She believed that she can still go after her dream and realize that passion. So at age 62, she took up the challenge and wrote her WAEC. She was home taught and went to write her WAEC at age 62 in 2007. Welcome back, viewers. Today I would like to tell you a story about my incredible mom. My mom had a dream as a young girl. She lived in a time when the education of the girl child was not valued in Nigeria. Parents at that time, in the 50s and 60s, they prioritized the education of the male children over and above the female children. So my mom at standard 5 had to give up her education for her younger brothers to go to school. So she went into trading and also became an auxiliary nurse and was using the income she earns from her salary to support the education of all her younger brothers. Marriage came and it became even more difficult to go back to school because children were coming in quick succession. My mom had a total of 7 children, and it was only when she had become a grandmom at the age of 62 that she began to remember that I've always had a desire to be a lecturer in a theological university. And she began to ask herself, is it too late for me to go after my dream? Am I too old to pursue my passion? And my mother had a self-talk. And because the Word of God says, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, she believed that she can still go after her dream and realize that passion. So at age 62, she took up the challenge and wrote her WAEC. She was home taught and went to write her WAEC at age 62 in 2007. In 2007, she did the WAEC twice because the first exam was cancelled and she had to now do the general certificate examination. And then she applied to university and got admitted into a university to study her bachelor's degree. And in 2012, she completed her bachelor's degree. Not to be done, her passion is to become a lecturer. And to become a lecturer, she needed to have a Ph.D. My mother went on to still enroll for a Ph.D. program in 2013. And 2 years afterwards, in 2015, she completed her master's program. And after her master's program, she said, I'm going all the way. It's Ph.D. and I can feel it. My mother enrolled for her Ph.D. program. And 2 years later, 2015, 2016, 2017, at 2017, at the age of 70, my mother realized her dream. She is now a PhD holder, and she's now teaching in many theological seminaries around the southern part of Nigeria, and she's also fulfilling her dream of doing rural evangelism. My mother has left us an example for us to all follow. No matter what your dream is, no matter how far gone your dream looks, don't give up on your dream. There is strength available within that can enable you go after your passion and dream and still fully realize them. If my mother did at age 70, a dream that she had been nursing as a girl child, you can also fulfill that dream, whatever it is. She experienced marital disasters and what you consider tragedy. When my father threw her out of the palace, you remember the story, and she was a full-time housewife. she was heavily pregnant, and I was just 1+ when she ended up at the Agri Road waterfront. The Agri Road waterfront was an urban slum where the dregs of the society stays. It's a place where most dreams perish. But my mother refused to give up on her dream. She was a fighter. That's why I called her incredible mom. She fought her way out of that slum and began a petty trade that she worked so hard on. And her petty trade metamorphosed into a retail trade in textiles. And she grew that small business from a retail textile trade into a wholesale trade, from where she was able to train up all her children, all 7 of her children. She raised them up to become successful people in life. And when she had become a grandmother, that's when she went back to her original dream as a girl child, a child of 12, a girl of 10, who had a dream that one day she was going to be a Ph.D. holder and she would be lecturing in universities. And she began to pursue her dream, even as a grandmother. If my mother would not allow any obstacle, any hindrance, any disaster to prevent the pursuit and the realization of her dream, if she could accomplish all that she had accomplished in spite of all the natural obstacles in front of her, anybody can also fulfill and accomplish their dream. And I know you also can. Let the story of my mother inspire and encourage you, my incredible mother. You too can be the next incredible person. You are next in line to testify. Thank you.
People, Boma's mother dropped out of standard 5 to get married. Actually, she got married into privilege. But that marriage didn't last. Boma was 2 years old when the pregnant mother, was kicked out of the palace, as you heard. Yeah, many of you have seen life treat you like that and you give up. No, 45 years later, she resumed her dream to become somebody. Many of you who are listening to me, because of one difficulty or the other, you gave up on God. Go back. God is a God of new beginnings. You can still achieve that dream. Listen up, if she did it, then you can do it. We're talking about Nigeria where there are no chances like that. Not many people have opportunities like that. But this woman determined to make something out of her life. 70 years of age, Ph.D. What are you doing? May this video talk to you, or to settle in mediocrity. You can go further than where you are today. Let this video challenge you to do something with your life. In the hands of God, you can still reach the highest heights. This woman is now an evangelist going from village to village. Can you imagine that? Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. We're teaching life lessons here. Forward these videos to your friends. Send us your comments. God will bless you.